Hey, what's up everybody? Finally got another pickups video for you guys. I know it's been a long time. I mean, I haven't done a long form video like this in a couple of years probably. I mean, maybe a year and a half. It's been a long time. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how long the video takes. So this is basically pickups for the entirety of 2024 and all of 2025 so far. So there's going to be a lot of stuff in this video. It's not everything. I excluded some stuff just for the sake of time. And like I say in the last one, I'm not going to do any music CDs. I have a couple of music items here, but I'm not going to do music CDs because that is the overwhelming majority of what I buy now. So it would take like 3 hours to cover it all. But if you guys want, if somebody actually does want it, I will make the video, but only if somebody actually cares. That's the thing. I'm not going to sit here for hours and just go disc after disc after disc, because it would take forever. Trust me, it's a huge collection I've been building. But I'll do all of the game stuff and a couple other things here. I got a massive lot of PC games recently, or I guess recently, like a year ago. In the middle of 2024, I got a huge lot of some really rare PC games in great shape. And then I got some other just kind of piecemeal. But yeah, some of this stuff is just incredible that I found. I'm actually going to have to step off camera here real quick because I forgot to grab one of them, which I'll show first. This is a game that I had downloaded at one time. Where is it? That's a good question. I have it with my music CDs. But got Ed Hunter, Iron Maiden's game. I didn't own this, I just had it downloaded, but yeah, not like the greatest game ever. It gets a really bad rap online. I don't think it's terrible. It just kind of, it is what it is for like a light gun type game. But it's like mint condition. So, cool to have it finally. I don't need the music on it because I own all their CDs anyway, but cool to have just for old time's sake. I did find out, I can do a video on this too if anybody wants. I found out how to play this game without a CD. It's real easy. So you don't have to have a disc mounted or in your drive to play it, but yeah. Alright, let's get on to some other stuff here. Some of it's just in jewel cases. Usually this is the stuff that I bought piecemeal. Got Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth, just in the jewel case. Awesome game. This one is really nice. I think I prefer this to the second one, honestly. At least for offline play. They're both really good, but cool to have that. It does come on 4 CDs. There is a DVD version of it. I'd love to have that, but this is what I got. I also do have, I did get Battle for Middle-earth 2 at the same time as this, complete in box, but it is freaking trashed. I mean, the discs are okay, but the case and the artwork and the manual, I'm probably just going to end up throwing them away because they're so nasty dirty. I cannot get them cleaned. They're just disgusting, especially the manual. It's just got to be trashed. But we've got MotoGP 3 for PC. Now this is something because the first MotoGP game, I loved that game. I never really played the other two that were on the original Xbox, but the first one, I played the shit out of that game. I loved that game. Honestly, probably one of my favorite games of all time. And but it only played on the original Xbox. It played on the 360 though, actually, but it was really laggy, like really hard to play. Laggy. But I didn't even know they were on PC, and now I'm thrilled. But here's MotoGP 3. I don't have the first one on physical because they didn't release it in the US, so you can't really find it around here, of course. And I don't know if I'd assume they all have English language, but I just haven't tried it. But I do have it on my computer. I downloaded it from the internet. Some other stuff here. Just go through all the loose stuff. Got F1 2001. This game's pretty cool too on PC. I have the PS2 version as well, but yeah, pretty cool. Got Quake in the Digipack. Original Quake. This is the Windows version. So maybe they were all I don't even know. Maybe they were all Windows versions, but this one has the Windows executable. WinQuake. Speaking of which, I got this. This is kind of one of those things I got it partially just because it's one of maybe the most embarrassing releases in video game history because of the excuses that they made for this. This is the Doom Collector's Edition that has Ultimate Doom, Doom 2, and Final Doom, which obviously awesome games, all of them, even Final Doom with TNT Evolution. I know a lot of people don't like that one. To me, TNT is pretty damn good. I will say it. I think it's awesome. It does kind of sag in quality near the end of the game. Like the last third of it isn't as good, but the first 20 levels or so of that game are awesome. And then the final level is kind of shitty on it because it's the same as the end of Doom 2, the Icon of Sin, where you just shoot into the eye. It's a stationary thing. But where it's located, like there's stairs going up to where you have to shoot at it. So the monsters all spawn at the bottom. And because the game has auto-aim that you can't turn off, you're trying to shoot at the eye, and it auto-aims at everything below it. So it gets to the point where you just can't shoot straight anymore. It just goes straight down. Your bullets just go straight off the screen, and you can't hit anything. So that's frustrating. But otherwise, like I say, I really did like that game. But let me see if I can get the... I want to see if I can read it to you guys, because this was the Doom 95 executable, but they released it for XP. This is for Windows XP. But, I guess I don't actually have the book with it. I thought I had the book. But anyway, the booklet for this thing mentioned about how there's no mouse support for Windows XP. The reason they gave for that is because most people in 1993 did not have mice with their computers. That was the reason they gave for why the mouse doesn't work in this game. The reason is they didn't update it. It's the Doom 95 version, and the driver that they used for the mouse support doesn't work with Windows XP. It only works with like 95, 98. But instead of just coming out and saying that or updating the game to fix it, they gave the excuse in the manual of people in 1993 did not have mice. It's like, that's just embarrassing. This was a really cheap re-release that they did. I just thought that was funny. And I thought I had the booklet with it. I don't know if I took it out or something, maybe. I don't know, because I remember reading that. But maybe I read it online. I don't know. I've had this for a long time. Here, Hexen 2. This game... I don't really like it that much. It's just, the enemies are unbelievable bullet sponges. The hubs are not as interesting as the first game. Aesthetically, it's not as interesting. Sorry, Kevin, but the music in this game just isn't that great compared to the first Hexen. It just isn't. But I got it. Talk about some stories with that, but Half-Life 2 Collector's Edition on DVD. Whether this key has been redeemed or not, I don't know. I don't care. The reason I got this is because you can actually get the contents off of the disc with GTFscape and play it without any DRM. So, kind of cool. It was cheap. I'm doing things kind of out of order here, so... MotoGP 2, again, same story. This is probably better than 3. I like the first one better than this one because there's no bike setups. So, and it's way easier to get your character set up with good stats in the first game. And I like some of the tracks better in the first game. But this one's not bad at all. Better graphics. I prefer it. Or I prefer the first one, but like I said, this one's fine. I'm a little tired doing this video, man. But it's crazy to me that the system requirements for these MotoGP games on PC, despite how good the graphics are, they all come on just a single CD. And like here, the system requirements, Pentium 450. So you're talking like a Pentium 2 processor. 128 megs of RAM, and it just says DX9 compatible graphics card. You can run this game on like a Voodoo card, like an old late 90s graphics card. Really light on system requirements. Warcraft 3 Battle Chest. which is the original game and the Frozen Throne. Pretty cool. Enemy Territory Quake Wars. DRM free game, which is cool. Another DRM free game. Unreal Gold Classic, which I'll come back to Unreal in a second. Or later in the video, I don't know. We'll see how long it takes. Alright, now we're off of the jewel cases. We're on to some other stuff here. Got Oblivion Game of the Year Edition. I had the original game on PC, just a loose disc, but it's not the expansion packs. So, cool to have that. Doesn't have a map, but I have plenty of Oblivion maps from 360 copies over the years. Got Call of Duty World at War on PC. For some reason, this game does not work right on my computer. I don't know why. It freezes up after a while of playing it. I can get like 3 multiplayer games in, and you cannot play zombies. You cannot play a full game of zombies on this because it freezes. And it's weird because it's like a console type freeze. It's not like a PC game where it just crashes or goes to a black screen and then errors out. The game just stops. Like, it freezes on a single frame, but you can still hear all the noises, like the ambience and stuff you can still hear playing in the background. And the sound, it's not like it's stuck on a loop, it plays out. Like, if there's music, it continues to play. But it doesn't freeze the computer. You can go into Task Manager and kill it, but I've never seen anything like that before on a PC game, where it freezes like that. And I don't know if it's my drivers or what the hell the deal is, because I put Windows 7 on this computer as well to test some stuff. It does it on there too. And they're different driver versions. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Got Battlefield 2 Complete Collection. This one's pretty rare. Kind of hard to find this. I got it for like $10. With the manual and everything, and it's just on a DVD. So, pretty cool on that one. Again, I'd have to look on eBay. I didn't get on eBay before I started this, so I don't know exactly what the stuff's going for now, but not super common. Speaking of stuff that's not super common, I got myself Chessmaster Grandmaster Edition. Now, this game is rare. You're talking at least 50 for this game. With everything, with the manual in the case like this, it is rare. They used to have it on Steam like 15 years ago probably. They took it off of Steam. But this was the last version of Chessmaster, so it's kind of expensive. Completely DRM free. So, yeah, there you go. I got it though. I paid like maybe 20 for it, so it wasn't like super cheap, but way cheaper than what it goes for on eBay, that's for sure. So, got that one, and then I also got so much stuff around me. I keep bumping into it. Chessmaster 10th edition. This one comes on 3 CDs. This one's not that rare. It's way easier to find than the other one, but I got so much crap. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Game of the Year Edition, complete in box. This has the variety map pack, so pretty cool. Speaking of Call of Duty, this is another rare one. This one is kind of hard to find on eBay and different places. Call of Duty War Chest. This is the first game, United Offensive in COD 2, on 2 DVDs, which is really nice. And then it also comes with, I'll just let you peek in it, I'm not going to take the stuff out. It has 2 CDs and sleeves. One of them is a strategy guides, excerpts only for some reason. I don't know why they just put excerpts of strategy guides on a couple-year-old games at the time, but that's on there. And then a sampler of the soundtrack for the first COD game on a CD. Again, why not just give the full thing when it's a special edition, but whatever. This is really nice though, because COD, especially COD 2, came on like 6 or 7 CDs, but to have it all on one DVD is really nice. I've done a couple takes of this video. My voice is kind of wearing out, so I'm sorry if I keep like stuttering. But get some of this stuff out of my way. Got Star Wars fan favorites 1 and 2. This one was sealed when I got it. This one has Battlefront 1, Battlefront 2, and Republic Commando on it. I already had Battlefront 1, but I actually never had Battlefront 2 on a disc, if you can believe it, for PC. I only had the Steam version. And the Battlefront 2 and the Republic Commando in this are completely DRM free if you use the actual game executables instead of the launchers. You can play them without the disc, which is awesome. Battlefront 1 still requires DRM though, which sucks. And then Fan Favorites 2 has Jedi Academy, Outcast, and Starfighter. So pretty neat. These were like $5, something like that. So not bad. I already had Battlefront 1, like I say, on a DVD, but it was issued in like 2010. It must have been from another compilation. So I've never had the original 1.0 version of Battlefront 1 for PC. So I went and bought it. This is another edition of it. There was an actual like cardboard box version with a fat jewel case. This is just a DVD version, and it comes on 3 CDs. I bought this just out of curiosity because I wanted to see what was different with the original version of the game pre-patch, and it is a little different actually. Has a lot of the same differences that the console versions had once they were updated, like the fact that the Jedi and Sith actually deflect the bullets with their lightsaber. There's no planet names on the loading screens, and the AI actually in this version are the original console version AI. In a later patch, they updated the AI to make it harder, so kind of different. And I noticed that when I played on PC, yeah, when you play Geonosis and you're in the gunship, you are getting completely mauled by stuff. Normally on the console version, they just leave you alone up there, but... And then another one of these that I got separately, Jedi Outcast, complete in box. Box isn't in like great shape. It's a little beat up. My nose is itching. I got that vlogger's itch going, but you can see it's a little beat up there, but not too bad. That was real cheap too. A really bad vlogger's itch. And here, maybe I'll piss a couple people off, but this is every loser kid's favorite Nazi cosplay franchise. Got Hearts of Iron Anthology. This is the, no offense to the normal people that play this game, it's just I've seen a lot of people in the community for this game that are that freaking weird Nazi sympathizer type, because you can play obviously as Germany in World War II in this game and make them win the war, but they are cool games certainly, regardless of that little joke. But this is 1, 2, and the standalone expansions that came out for 2, like Armageddon and Doomsday. This does not have the medal that it came with. You can see where it was, but this one doesn't have it. But it was all on one DVD. It has a map and the manual, so kind of cool. The only reason I really bought this, because I don't really play these games, because there's so much micromanagement in the games that it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. It gets really stressful. So I don't play them that much, but I have a copy of Hearts of Iron 1 that was brand new sealed. I have an unboxing video of it on my channel that I made years ago, and the disc just stopped working. I don't know why, but it's like brand new disc, but it just does nothing. So I got this because it has the first game. Second game's better though, just being completely honest with you. But I don't like owning stuff that doesn't work. That's my thing. It's like I wanted to replace that at some point, and this was a nice way to do it. Would have been cool if it had that medal, but whatever. Is that really everything that I have here? Yeah, so... Oh, I have one more loose small game here. That's not a cardboard box. I have PC version of Gears of War with the slip. Slip's pretty beat up. It's got some sticker residue on it, but this is in nice shape. The disc is like mint condition. Excuse me. Has a trial code for Games for Windows Live. I'm not going to pull it out, but yeah, pretty cool. This, if anybody wants, I'll do a vid on it. This is one of the easiest Games for Windows Live games to get working today. If you don't care about getting achievements, or playing online multiplayer, which you can't even do anymore, I don't think. This game is really easy to set up and have you just need a no CD and a little DLL file, and you need to have the latest patch for the game. But like 3 files and the game will play without even installing the client for Windows Live. Basically, it just works perfect out of the box. Unlike Halo 2 and all those other games where like they had like activation and shit. Alright, so how do I go about this? I just have a lot of crap. A lot of crap. Oh, see, there's even more over here. My God. I have it so strewn all over the place that I don't even know what I have. Here we go. I got a couple more things, actually. It's a mess. I got Medieval Total War Battle Collection, the original game and the expansion pack, all patched up. This is an excellent game. Really awesome game. One of the greatest atmospheres in any game of this type, there's no question. The only trouble with this game is it is flaky as hell on new computers. This original disc version, forget about it. If you have anything newer than XP, or maybe 7, don't even bother with the disc version of the game. Buy it on Steam. The Steam version is DRM free, just run it from the game executable. They updated that version somewhat to work better with newer OSs, and then it also has widescreen support. But even then, it's really flaky on what computers it wants to work with. Luckily, my XP machine plays this game nice. And as a matter of fact, the Steam version works on XP too and works beautifully. So I have full widescreen support and can play it. But yeah, definitely, if you can get a PC that runs this game without crashing nonstop, check this game out. It is awesome. Then this game, which seems to work perfectly on newer PCs, Medieval 2 Gold Edition, with the expansions. I don't actually like this game as much as this one. Partially just because I feel like aesthetically it's not quite as cool as the other one. And the AI suck at using the newer campaign map. I like the old board game style map that they had in the original. The AI just, I don't know. In the way that it works with some of the Siege stuff where you have to sit, every time you have to fucking sit there and wait a year to build the stuff. Here, your guys can just go in and bash the gate down. You don't have to have any siege equipment, so I like that part. But this is also an excellent game. This is highly acclaimed, heavily moddable. If you're playing this, it's probably for mods, but so I do have that too. Real bad water's itch. And it's funny because it's like, it's not even, it's like right here, I just have a terrible itch all of a sudden. It happens every time I make a video, I don't know why. It's that vlogger curse. Like Dago Cleo says. I got a bunch of stuff. This was a lot that I got. So a lot of this stuff, like, you wouldn't buy all this all on its own because it's all redundant. You don't really need more than one copy here. But I got a bunch of chess-based software, and some of this is incredibly rare. Like, you cannot find it for sale. Go look it up. I'm sure you will find no copies at all for some of this stuff. Especially this first one here I'm going to show. Chess-based 10. This is unbelievably rare. I saw a guy in Canada sell this for $200. He sold it a couple months ago. This is a really good piece of software, though. It's just a database software. You cannot actually play chess in this. But if you need a chess database or for analysis, this is a really great program. And this is the last version that worked without any kind of activation. So, it has somebody's phone number written in it, which is annoying. I'll probably cover that up. Probably doesn't matter. For what it's worth, guys, if you want this, I uploaded everything that I have in this stack. I made copies of all of the discs with image burn and uploaded them to the web archive. I don't think I can put a link in that. I don't trust to anyway. But if you look up some of this stuff in just web archive, you'll find online that I have uploaded these for download. So, because like I say, if you want to just go out and get this, you can't. You just cannot find it. Even if you have a bunch of money, you just won't find them, unfortunately. Because it's obscure enough that nobody gives a shit about these older versions of this stuff. But like I say, I like having it where you don't have to activate stuff. Then I got Fritz 10. The 11 was the last one that you couldn't activate online, or that you didn't have to activate online, but 10 is just about the same, really. This is what I used to make that one video a couple videos ago. Really cool piece of software. Again, this is the one where you can actually play, but these go hand in hand. Great softwares. Then this is a training disc. It's a Pawn Endings training disc for Fritz. This is one of the old ones where it doesn't have any of the videos or anything, but kind of neat. There's hundreds of these they've made. Again, I really apologize about that. It's bugging the hell out of me. But Fritz 7. Again, like they're new. I'm wasting time by opening them all, but and here's where it's funny again because I got these all together. So Fritz 8 Champion Edition, which is just a patched version of the game with a disc that has Garry Kasparov doing a bit of training. They're just samples of other discs that they had released, but kind of cool. Deep Fritz 8, which is the multi-processor version. This is really rare. This is also kind of rare too. This one's really rare. Any of the Deep Fritz versions are really rare. And then just regular Fritz 8. Yes, so I got 3 copies of the game. Then I got Shredder 8, which is just a different chess engine from Fritz, but it has the same interface and everything. This one's, again, you won't find it. Only occasionally will these things show up for sale. You can find these regular Fritz versions pretty easily. But, yeah, and then here, lastly, is Fritz 9 with the mechanical Turk, which is really cool. Again, nobody actually plays these games with 3D boards, but it is kind of fun. Yeah, again, another great version of it. It's about the same as Fritz 10. So that's the one that I use, but I have all of these. So yeah, and I like the spines on these too. They're kind of cool. Alright. So like I say, you can go download all of these. Every single one of these I've uploaded. Alright, and now I got some big box PC stuff, and this is where we get to, these are some rarities here. This is probably the most common of them all. I'm trying to see around so show because I have so much stuff. And again, I'm not showing everything, but this is just most of it. Because some of it's just not really that exciting. But here I have Shogun Total War, complete in the big box from 2000. Excellent condition on the box. The only thing that's screwed up is, you can see where the tape was at the top. It kind of ripped a little bit. But it is complete. Everything's in great shape. It's got one of these really awkward, I don't know if I'm really going to go further, but I mean it has the manual and like the charts and stuff and the disc, but it's just going to take too long. Yeah. Pretty cool, again, has the gatefold. Nice shape. Cool game too. They made some big quality of life improvements in Medieval, but this is a cool game too. The videos, like the FMVs in this, are really neat for like the ninjas assassinating people and stuff. It's really neat. Alright, here we go. Here's some more rare stuff. Got big box of Hexen. Pretty damn cool. The sides are bowing out a little bit, unfortunately, and the bottom also is slightly. This is actually the floppy version of it, which is kind of interesting here because for a manual, there's an addendum, this big addendum page, and then a readme type thing. Just an advertisement for the website. And it does have a poster as well. I don't know if I'll fold it all the way out because it'll be a mess, but it does have a poster. Just like a standard size poster for like a door or whatever. I just want to show this because I think it's kind of neat. There's another thing in here. Whatever the old rating system was. The registration card here. I'm not going to show all the discs because it's like 7 discs or something like that, but just floppies. I haven't tested them. I don't know if they work. I don't care because I have the CD version of the game. I cannot get this to come out. More floppies. But the manual is literally just the right out of the jewel case. It doesn't have a big manual. It's just straight from the jewel case. So kind of funny. But yeah, pretty cool to have. I don't really care what a lot of people say about this game. I think this game is awesome. I really do. Like I say, the second one was kind of lame. But this game was awesome. It really was. Again, one of the most atmospheric games ever. Just don't play it like it's Doom. That's the thing. It's not Doom. This is such a mess. I'm going to have to put all this back in here later. Alright, here we go. Because these are also pretty damn rare. Some of you guys might be kind of surprised. I did very good prices for these. These were like 20 bucks for these. And you probably already saw what they were, but there you go. Unreal Tournament Game of the Year Edition, complete in box. In pretty damn good shape. It is torn there, unfortunately. And there's also some peeling there, but the front of it is in nice shape. And the sides are pretty good too. And the bottom, not bad at all. With all the supported graphics card. Again, a little bit of a fold at the corner there, but not bad. Really not bad for what I paid for it. Again, it's complete with the manual and everything. I'm not going to bother pulling it out. But this game is killer. Obviously. One of the, I would say probably, objectively, my opinion of what would be the best game ever is this. Might not be my favorite because I'll just always have a soft spot for Star Wars Battlefront 1, but out of any game that I've played, this is the only one that I cannot find any flaws with. I just think it is perfect. Tight gameplay, awesome atmosphere, great maps, great weapons, amazing bots, just everything about the game is amazing. And then Unreal. This is rare. This is real rare. And because this is not the shadow box version. This is the one that actually has the full print instead of showing the jewel case inside. And it is in nice shape. It really is in nice shape. A little dusty just from sitting here. And there's some slight edge wear on the box. But it is in awesome shape. And again, it's complete. I'm not going to spend too much time. Yeah, I'm not going to show it all, but it is all in there. Because they have these weird boxes that you got to kind of like pull apart to get the stuff. The disc itself actually is pretty scuffed up. It works fine, but big deal. Cool to have. Really cool to have that. And yeah, again, I don't know if I showed with... this one doesn't have the gatefold, but Unreal Tournament does. It's in nice shape. Awesome games. Absolute classics. I would love to have the original game as a big box, but this one's pretty cool too, so not bad. Not bad. So out of all these, yeah, these are pretty damn rare. Shogun's kind of rare, but not as rare. Gears even is a little expensive, especially with the slipcase. We're talking like 30 bucks. War Chest is pretty rare for COD. Chessmaster Grandmaster Edition is rare. Hearts of Iron Anthology is decently rare. not super rare, but then also Battlefield 2, the collection, is also kind of rare. And then, let's see here. This one I forgot to get out. But I also got Unreal Tournament 2004, the Editor's Choice Edition, which is the DRM free one with all of the updates and all of the extra maps and stuff. With 2 DVDs and the manual. This one's not too rare, but this is the definitive version of this game. There's no reason to buy another one. Unless you're a collector. Alright, so now I got a couple of console games, at least I think, because I've done multiple takes of this video. If I just showed all this stuff before, sorry, but I'll show it all again. Got a couple of console games. I don't buy too many these days, but I got NHL 2002 and 2003. We're talking a year and a half ago probably I bought these, but just to have them. Got In the Groove for PS2. Cool game. Better than Dance Dance Revolution. The PC version of that is better because it can be modded, of course. And it has the R2 content anyway. I got issue 90 of the official PlayStation Magazine disc, because this has the DLC for SOCOM 2 on it. And then this, I can't even use this. I didn't realize it when I bought it, but I got the Xbox Live Starter Kit, which has, this one has MotoGP demo and MechAssault demo. Because it turns out I have 2 original Xbox consoles and neither of them work anymore. The one, my original one that I've had for a lifetime, that thing, the capacitors blew up. I lost 3 capacitors in it, and I haven't replaced them yet. And then the other one, I think it's the ribbon cable, because the moment I unplug the ribbon cable from the drives, it powers up. Like I get the Xbox logo, but then it errors out. But with the ribbon cable connected, it just does nothing. So I'm guessing that's what it is. Because like I say, with I don't have a ribbon cable in it, I can hear my hard drive spinning up, and I can also open the disk drive, so it's got to be that ribbon cable. But then I also got Burnout 2 Developer's Cut for the Xbox. Probably the best version of the game. There's not much exclusive here, it's just got some custom car skins. But otherwise, cool game. Less content than Burnout 3, but it's more of a pure racing experience, arcade racing. And here I got also same game as before, but just for GameCube. Got Jedi Outcast in awesome condition. I paid like $10 for it. Excellent shape. The manual's great, disc is great. Hard to complain about that. Alright, now I got some accessories. This was kind of interesting. I'm not going to show the receiver for it, but I bought a wireless, it's a cordless wheel mouse, Microsoft mouse, for Serial and PS2. Ancient. It was brand new, so it's still nice and white beige color. Basically unusable. There's so much like lag on the mouse. It is so low DPI or whatever the hell you want to call it, because it's like it looks jittery. Like even just watching your cursor, it's like skipping. I just thought it kind of looked cool, so I bought it. But yeah. Then I bought some controllers here for some consoles, and mostly for PC actually, but this one is for console. I got a Wii Classic Controller Pro, complete in box, like brand new. It's not in the box currently, but the controller is it's mint. I'm just not going to get it out because it's in with a bunch of other controllers, but the box is in great shape too. So that's pretty cool. That controller feels so light and hollow though. It's kind of weird, just because there's not much in the way of electronics inside of it. Now these things are one to wear, you know, like George Bush, can't get fooled again kind of thing. Because I bought that Hyperconduct controller a couple of years ago, and it broke almost instantly. And Hypercon support ghosted me. So I took a gamble, but I got these on sale. I thought they were just cool. So I said, fuck it, I'll take a risk. And I got the Hypercon Duchess controller, which is a replica of the original Xbox S controller, for Xbox One, and this thing is freaking cool. It is a really nice replica. It looks really close to the original. Even the material of the Xbox button feels just like it did on the original controller. It looks real good. Feel-wise, it's pretty close. The sticks are looser, because all sticks are looser these days, and then there's not as much tension on the triggers. But otherwise, it feels pretty damn good. The only problem with it, it has Hall effect sticks, so it should last forever in theory. But the dead zone on the sticks is so high that for like any kind of FPS game or anything where you need to be precise, you're just aiming all over the fucking place. It's so hard to use for stuff like that. So I can't really play a lot of the games that I would want to play it on, like Battlefront. So, but it's just, to have like a mint brand new looking controller like that, it's just awesome. I just think it's really cool. So, yeah, I'll take it. The vloggers itch has struck again. This one, though, I am really happy with. I've been using this as my main controller, and I really like it. This is the Hyperkin Xenon controller. This is obviously a 360 controller replica. I got it in black because the white one just does not look right. But, again, and even then, like, the face buttons, the colors are off. They don't look quite right. But overall, it feels like a 360 controller. In some ways, it actually feels better. The plastic is a little more coarse. The sticks are looser. But I like the fact that the D-pad isn't glossy. It feels a little better. It's still not a great D-pad, but the thing I really like about it are the bumpers. They feel way more stable than the old 360 ones. Like, they feel the same on the very edges as they do here. I never liked that about 360 controllers, where the bumpers get really flaky on the edges. Here they feel nice and tight. I don't know if they'll stay that way, but I'm pleased with it. And I think it's just the way 360 controllers were, and I'll tell you why here in a second. But I really like this. I've been using it a lot. Because personally, I have this one that I got custom built. This is a really good controller too. I just like the grip of this better. I personally do. That's my opinion. I know this is a really good controller. A lot of people prefer it. That's fine. And I feel like the buttons are just a little more tactile on this. A little less mushy. But that's just me. But the thing is, guys, and I'm not going to show this in this video. If you want me to make a video about it, I will. But I built myself a Windows XP computer for gaming. It's like basically the highest end you can get for a Windows XP machine. Really good hardware for it. The graphics card could be a little bit better, but it is still... It can play any game from the 2000s on max settings, no problem. I can play basically everything up to 2015 or so on almost max settings. At least for my monitor's resolution, I can max everything out. Like, I was playing Black Ops 2, perfect, flawless 60 constant at max res. Halo Master Chief Collection, all that, flawless 60, no problem on max settings. But I built that thing, but for XP you can't use an Xbox One controller or Series controller because the drivers just don't exist. So I sought out a 360 controller. And you know, to find a real 360 controller now, wired or wireless, that isn't a Chinese fake in good condition or brand new is extremely hard. But I tracked one down. Got a white wired controller. Brand new. I don't know, it's hard to focus on this thing, but the sticks still have the little nubs on them and everything there. It's brand new. It is literally brand new. No discoloration, no nothing. No scuffs on the glossy part of the plastic there. And you know what? You know what my problem is here though? 360 controllers, in my opinion, are just built like trash. Because out of the box, brand freaking new, the sticks are broken. It's not going to show on video because it's not that much, but it registers. In any game that has a low dead zone, it registers. Like MotoGP there. I drive with this stick, and you steer with this one. I can make the character drive forward and go left and spin in circles on his own just by pushing the stick up slightly into the left slight. and I can just leave the controller there and he will spin and spin and spin forever. It is unbelievable how bad it is. And this is a brand new controller. I've had every 360 controller I've ever had develops that, where it's actually a physical, you can tell, not on this video probably, but I can tell the stick actually is not centered properly. So it's a physical problem. So, you know, I was thinking buying a new controller, you'd be lucky, but nope. It's fucked up in the same way. So, MotoGP was one of the main games I bought it for. You can't play it on here because the controller is just too damn sensitive. Works okay for a lot of 360 games because they have a built-in dead zone on them. But I tried, there was a software, X Input Plus. You have to have direct input enabled though to play a game like MotoGP. It fucks it all up. It doesn't work. So basically, I bought this for nothing, to be honest with you. I mean, it's nice to have because it looks cool, but... And I bought this online. So, oh well. Oh well. That really sucked, but whatever. So that's all of the accessories. And a couple of tech things I'm not going to show. I actually got a brand new 360 Slim. It's not brand new, but I got one that's new to me. A friend of mine gave me his for free, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to grab it. I have it in storage because mine still works fine, but just as a backup. It's the same one. It's not the glossy one. It's the later matte plastic one. I think it's got like a 250 gig hard drive in it, so kind of cool to have. I'll have to open the thing up to get the motherboard serial, but I'll do that at some point. And yeah, so then I do have a couple of music things I'm going to show though. So I guess I lied. I have one CD to show. Just one. But I thought this was pretty cool. It's more of a collector's item. I got the Star Wars Trilogy box set of CDs from the early 90s. Yeah, 1993. Pretty damn cool. It's got this big box. And comes with a nice booklet. In a strange shape, but it's pretty cool. It describes all of the tracks and like when they occur in the movie with lots of pictures and stuff. Some concept art. Kashyyyk. Or no, it's Kashyyyk. Endor. Not bad. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, pretty cool. And I'm not going to get them all out, but it just has the 4 CDs and jewel cases. And for Empire, there are actually some errors on some of the tracks, like it cuts out, like one of the channels drops out. It's not my CDs. So there are some errors on these releases, but for Return of the Jedi, this is the definitive version, because the remastered version of that sounds like it was recorded underwater. It is really freaking weird sounding. So don't mind having that. I paid like maybe 15 bucks for that one. And here's something kind of cool. Piece of memorabilia. I got an Iron Maiden shirt for the Future Past World Tour 2024. I got this at the show. I was obviously in Pittsburgh. So yeah, I saw him live. It was awesome. It was really a cool experience. Great track listing on this because I love Somewhere in Time. And obviously they played some of their other classics like The Prisoner, of course. They had that. The fact that I got to see that song live was unbelievable. I mean, they had screens behind it showing the opening of the show. I mean, that was pretty goddamn cool because I love that show and I love that song. And obviously Somewhere in Time. They played Alexander the Great live for the first time on this tour. That was really cool. And obviously I got the chance to see them play with Nico, which is never going to happen again. Obviously he retired like a month after the show. But yeah, it was awesome. It was an awesome show, and I got that shirt. So probably won't wear it that much, just kind of to keep it in good condition. But cool to have, certainly. That was a good time. And then got a couple other things here. These aren't really like super notable. They're not like rare or anything, but I don't get vinyl records that much, so I thought I'd just show them because they're cool. Especially this one here. I got Bruno Walter with Columbia doing Brahms 1. Great Brahms, of course. Walter was an excellent Brahmsian. And this is what's weird, is because this is from 1962, but the sleeve is way newer than that. They were reissues of this one, but not with this cover. But the sleeve must have been swapped or something, because it's a Columbia sleeve. But it has a lot of albums advertised on it, and like bookends, Simon and Garfunkel. That's not from 1962. So definitely this is newer. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I just thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, I'll deal with that here later, just so I'm not fumbling with it. And then I also got, and I have these on CD, but Bruno Walter, Bruckner 4, Romantic. Another great recording. Walter was excellent, he really was. And other albums. Has all of the Brahms symphonies and some Mahler stuff, but it was kind of cool to have some vinyl. And then, speaking of old music, this isn't actually music, it's a magazine. It's an RCA Victor catalog from April 1952, and it has Arturo Toscanini on the cover, because he was the main feature in this. It's Puccini, his only Puccini recording. Featured in this. I have to be careful because this will rip if I'm not careful. It's really flexible paper. It's really kind of interesting. It will you can fold this thing. Yeah, just kind of cool. It's just a catalog of releases for the month. Announced February 4th through March 10th is what it says. So, and it's in good shape for how old it is. It really is. It's just slightly dirty, but not too bad on the back here. And then it does have some advertisements for some record players. But yeah, not bad. Not bad for the age of it. Just kind of thought that was neat, so I grabbed it for a couple bucks. But yeah, that's basically everything, I think. I mean, there's other stuff, but it's not really anything too exciting. Like I say, the CD collection, I'm not going to turn this around because I don't want to cause a catastrophe and have my whole video fall apart trying to move this around and spin it. But basically everything behind this desk, because it's an L-shaped desk, it's all CDs. The whole thing is CDs. So I've been collecting for the entirety of this decade. It's almost all of what I buy. I did a nice collection of PC games here. I don't really have the intention of buying any more because this is basically all that I care about getting. There's a couple things, like if I can get a nice copy of Battle for Middle-earth 2, I'll do so, and then the expansion for that is really rare. But if I can get it, I will. Just some stuff like that. I'm pretty much done collecting console games because I don't really use consoles. And if I do, they're modded, like my PS2, all my games are on a hard drive, or same with my Wii. Xbox stuff, I don't like Xbox stuff. They're so hard to maintain, especially the 360. Like, all the controllers are broken. So, yeah, I don't really do Xbox stuff. So, yeah, 53 minutes. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so that's good enough. That's the entirety of 2024 and 2025 pickups for you guys. I don't know how long it'll be till the next one of these. It'll probably be a while. Unless, like I did with the Oxford set, where it's just a one item in a video. Or if, like I say, if somebody wants, I'll do the CD marathon, but we'll see. Alright, until next time, I'll catch you guys later.